Did the guy not chase me down the street with a gun? You know, when I say I've lived, guys. I've really lived. Sunburn, my beautiful friends, my name is Motshudi Black-Diamond, and if you're new here, please sit back and relax. And if you're a gold but an oldie, hello and welcome, and thank you so much for stepping back. Bye. Please don't forget to subscribe, please don't forget to like, please don't forget to comment, and massively don't forget to share this video. And if you want to become an official diamond, click on that subscribe button. They're not going to take anything from you. You are not going to be paying any kind of subscription. The subscribing is for free. Literally, mahala. They take $1 from you. So I checked my algorithm and I saw how much you guys loved the story time. So I come back with another story time. Me and Habi are about to go out for lunch, so I decided that while I do my makeup, which is a very light makeup, just a disclaimer, I'm not an official makeup artist. I'm just doing makeup for myself, and that is just, I know nothing about makeup. Don't come for me. I'm not going to show you the brushes I use or anything like that. So while I do my makeup, I decided to tell you a story. Kill two birds with one stony dough. So that's what I'm doing right now. The bathroom, I hope there isn't echo, because I hate echo. I hate it. Open the door, open the window. I just hope there's no echo. So let's get into it, right? It was the 31st of December. I don't remember what year that was. So obviously it's the festivities, right? Festivities everywhere. I think everything you must collaborated with the old story time, with the previous story time, right? Because I think I'll obviously every now and again go back to that story time, because that is my whole this is what brought to certain events that happened in my life. So because I hated men so much after my previous relationship with that guy that was telling me that he's tired of kissing girls at the university. So I feel like every guy that I've heard must just go to that guy and like, what's again, like Pamotrape, because he's the cause of it all. So now that was the thing, right? It's the festivities. I've been dating this guy for a while, but our relationship didn't last that long. I think it lasted for a few months. I think 9 months at most. I don't really recall, but I think 9 months at most. So that is just that. I've been dating him for the past 9 months, in and out, on and off. And like I said, it's that era, any public phone. I didn't have a phone, and I was out to revenge. I was out to hurt men, because I've been hurt, yeah. So now, with that being the case, anybody that came after that guy was just effed, basically. This guy that I'm talking about, the story now, is about, what are we going to name him? Let's name him Patrick. I tend to like English name. I don't know why, but Patrick. Let's name him Patrick. No? So Patrick was really in love. Like Patrick was Patrick like Patrick really likes me. So poor Patrick came at a wrong time, sadly and unfortunately for him, right? So our relationship I could say it was nice, because Patrick really cared about me, and Patrick did everything in his powers to show me that he loves me. Like Valentine's Day, bought me chocolates. It was the era I had teddy bears, a little red and white. So he did that, right? Because he unantlala like strong, like he really, really loved me. And yeah, and I'm sorry to him that I treated him like that. I didn't know better, Patrick. So yeah, that was the deal, right? And he really, really loved me. Like he really did. At the time I was two-timing him. I think I was dating 2 other guys, if not 3 other guys, I don't know. But I was dating other people. So he wasn't really like of value to me. I didn't really see him like that. I think I dated somebody else. I dated somebody else, yes. I dated somebody else. I don't know if it's 2 other guys or just 1. I'm not sure. But yeah. I was not value. Like I didn't see him, man. So the backstory about Patrick. Patrick lived in a colored area. He had colored friends. He went to a colored school. So Patrick was bound to act colored, right? So that's the deal with him. So Patrick and my mom, my mom and Patrick's mom, okay, let me rather say we went to the same church, but now Patrick's mom and my mom were friends somewhat from church, ne? So the mom really liked me. So it was that relationship, ya gore yo ngwana ke ha gola, I want gore a nyale ngwana gago, yo ngwana gago o montle gore ngwana gago and right? And we were not enough to get that to happen. We were not enough to get that happen, right? And not previously in my life, that has happened a lot where women would say that they want their kids to marry me because I'm beautiful, I'll bear them beautiful kids, and I'm well-mannered, and. But Patrick was the only one that we actually made that happen. We actually followed on the parents' wishes, right? So with that being said, I was just giving you guys a backstory of how do I know this guy. So that's how I know him. Guys, quick note, please don't have little sisters. Please tell your parents not to have little sisters, not to give you guys little sisters, because basokodis and bautra, and they take your stuff. And my little sister is, I'm thinking, like my makeup, yeah, short because of her. I don't know where's most of my stuff, because I'm telling you, they are with her. I was just saying quickly. Anyway, so yeah, Patrick, that was the deal with Patrick, right? So boy really liked me, boy really acted colored and whatnot, and had colored friends and lived colored. Yeah. So because I wasn't rating this guy, there was a time like Patrick was just a perfect boyfriend. Like, the type, the era a guy from school holding your bag, that type of age. Like Patrick was that guy. And he would do it without fail, right? I never used to have problems. I never had a problem he was cheating or anything like that. And Patrick was always on time. And Patrick was just that guy. Patrick was just that guy. Okay. So come the 31. So because he did 31, I have multiple boyfriends. I can only remember one. I don't know why am I saying multiple boyfriends. I'm giving myself a bad name. But I only remember one guy that I was dating while I was entertaining Patrick, because to me, Patrick wasn't really my boyfriend. Really, honestly, I didn't rate the guy. I just enjoyed the perks that came with it. The fact that he would buy me a Valentine, and because he was such a perfect boyfriend, and he loved me. There's that thing about a person that loves you, like, and shows you that they love you. So that was the thing. And Nikilingwan, I was naughty at that time, honestly. So that's just what happened, right? Come the 31st day, get the festivities. I feel like the story is all over the place. I want to tell you guys something, because I'm gonna keep telling you guys things when I remember them. We used to go to the movies with Patrick. That is like, he was just perfect. He was just a perfect gentleman, man. Yeah, but And he was they were well off Kohaboni because they had like taxis. So that's just that. And also, like I've said in the previous video, at that time I come from the era where sex was not a thing. Like I come from the era where sex was really just not a big deal. Like sex was just one of those, you know. Never said that like that. I can still confirm that I didn't sleep with Patrick. I've never slept with him because it wasn't a thing. I think the guys now or the boys now would say, are you sure that those guys are not gay? But that was not a thing at the time, you know? So now, Patrick is my second option. It's me and my cousin and my friend. Hey, FJ. It's me, my cousin, and FJ, my friend. So we leave my house. I remember it was very nice, kicking into the contact lens. Bona, I was that girl. So I left the house with my cousin, and then we went to pick up FJ. And then because Patrick had a car, Kohabane, they had a car, not his car. Kohabane had a car. They had a car. So I think that time was it 2010. Could be 2010. Could be 2009. I'm not sure. But yeah. Remember I told you guys I used to buy phones from Pocky Mulebat. Pocky, I still question, where did you get your phones? So I think I had a phone at the time. Around December. No, actually, FJ had a phone. Yeah, FJ had a phone. So because we needed transport from from FJ's house. Okay, I needed transport from my house. So I went from my house and then called FJ. And then went to FJ's house. So I needed transport from my house. No, I'm taking rubbish. So because I needed transport from my house, I arranged with Patrick to come fetch me, right? And I was visiting. That could have never happened at my parents' house because, So I was visiting, right? I was visiting my cousin's house, and my cousin, they didn't have a problem with us and whatnot. So, yeah. So now I arranged with Patrick to come fetch me. He came to fetch me, shameless. He came, fetched me, took me to FJ's house. From FJ's house, we went to pick up FJ. I told him that we need to go see one of our relatives close by, right? And he needed to drop us off there. And I was lying, I was going to see my other boyfriend before it got midnight. Went to my boyfriend's place. My boyfriend at the time, his name was Thomas. So I went to see Thomas at the time. Thomas had a party with his friends, you know, like a Brian and so. So obviously Thomas invited me because I'm the girlfriend. And Thomas really loved me. So I just had guys that really loved me, and I was in player mode. I was avenging my heart that was broken by that other guy, by the varsity guy. So Thomas really invited me as a girlfriend, and I went with FJ and my cousin, and we sat there, we had fun. Patrick dropped us off, but he dropped us off not knowing where we were going. And then I told him that I'll call him to come fetch us so that we can go to his place now, because they're also having a braai. So I killed two birds with what? One stone, yes, Miguel. So I did that, and I had fun with Thomas. Told Thomas that, hey, braai, you know my parents. And Thomas really knew my parents. But now, here's the deal. Thomas was also from church, ne? But we didn't meet in church. What did I meet Thomas with? I don't remember. And Thomas has his own story. I'll tell you guys about Thomas some other time. on another story time. What did I meet Thomas? I cannot remember. Can't recall. Maybe I'll try and recall. But I met him somewhere else. But we went to the same church. I took him to my church. Okay, so now me and Thomas having fun, dancing. Okay, time for me to leave. Ne? Okay, Patrick now comes and fetches us. We go to Patrick's place. Patrick is with his friends as well, and so the night was on me because my cousin didn't have anywhere else to go. FJ didn't have somewhere to go, so like the night is on me. It's on this kid. I'm the life of the party. I'm the connecting. I'll connect. I got you type of girl at a time. Ne? So I'm like, okay. I am like, okay, we go to now Patrick. Patrick comes and fetches us, and then we leave. We go to his place. There's a braai with his colored friends. And if you know colors, you know colors. It's nice and whatnot. It's a very, very nice time. And I don't know if I should say growing up I looked colored, or should I say I still look colored? I'm not sure. But yeah. So coloreds were thinking I'm part of them, so I never felt out of place or whatever. We really had a good time with the Thomas. Like, we had an amazing time with now, what's his name? With Patrick. Like, it was such a nice time with Patrick. We danced the whole night. It was so much fun. So obviously when you are dating somebody, you'll be close with one of their friends, right? I think it's normal. Guys. I'm not close with any of my husband's friends now, because I think from past relationships and past situations, they taught me not to. So yeah, maybe it's this situation per se that I'm about to tell you about. So I was very close with one of his friends. And mind you, I did not know that Patrick had a gun. But what did I expect? I mean, he was almost colored. I'm not saying anything about colored people. Nishonji in general. Okay. So now, Patrick was kind of... So they were dropping us off. Ne? So on our way back, I did not sleep over. We did not sleep over because... one, we were not allowed to. Two, at Patrick's house, the parents were there, and so yeah, we were not going to sleep over there. So okay, on our way back, I think it's around 3 a.m. in the morning, because Kidi 1 Jan, festivities that December, we were allowed, to stay out until that late. We left, we went home. On our way there, one of his friends is like, okay, no, I'm complaining that Patrick was dancing with this other girl. And I'm saying it not out of genuine jealousy, a girlfriend's jealousy. I'm saying it out of, I don't know why, out of, let's create drama. I don't know. I cannot tell you now why I did it. So I'm like, I'm not happy because you were dancing with this girl and you guys seem close and yabo. And Patrick keeps apologizing. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean that. I didn't mean that for that to happen. She knows that you're my girlfriend, and Naliana, we're just friends and yabo. And I'm like, I'm not having it. At the time, I'm not having it. I am just being a absolute biatch unnecessarily, right? Yeah. One of the friends jumps in and says, Okara, that guy wanted the girl that Patrick was dancing with. The friend says, yeah, no, actually, you're very self-centered. You're with your girlfriend and you're dancing with other girls. That's disrespecting your girl. That's very disrespectful to your girl. I mean, why would you do that? Who does that? Yeah. Patrick says, yeah, when with my girlfriend. Yeah, you are happy when me and my girlfriend are not in good terms. I saw that when you actually want my girl. Yeah, suddenly now you're talking like on behalf of her. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? We are friends. Why would you say something like that? It was a big thing. Now, smaller, and I think that I created became such a huge thing that Patrick was throwing a fit, and Patrick was saying that, yeah, I can see that you want my girlfriend. Wara wara yada yada. Okay. Obviously, I'll speak Vele for the guy and say, no, you're talking rubbish because that's what you did and you want us to turn a blind eye. Now it's turning to be a big thing and we are almost home. FJ opted to get over at her house. So it was just me and my cousin in the car. They were dropping us off. And I think we were not in a car. We were in a taxi. I think I remember it being a taxi. I don't know whose taxi it was. Or was it Taxi Kohaban? I really don't remember. Yeah, it was Taxi Kohaban, yes. So that's just that, you know. They are now like it's a big thing, it's a big fight, it's a big thing. What's his name? Patrick is throwing a fit and but to me it looked like now Patrick wants to make the friend look and feel bad, you know, for speaking for me, right? Okay, I didn't care. I really did not care. Like, it did not bother me at all, right? Because I didn't do it from the genuine heart. I wasn't touched. I wasn't feeling anything. All right. Okay. And it was a big thing. Like, it was a big thing. To a point that they started wanting to get physical with a friend. And I'm like, no, you can't now want to get physical when we tell you the truth. And he turned around and said, shut up. You shut up. But in Afrikaans, right? You shut up. You shut up. You are not going to do that. Yeah, I see that you actually want each other. You actually want each other. You and my friend. I've been seeing that you guys are very close. You can meet without me being there. Since when did it get, like, how did we get here? And since when is it such a touchy subject if I meet with your friends? We've done it before, met without you. Guys, it was a big hoo-ha. Patrick was not having it. I think maybe also alcohol played a role. Patrick was not having it. Patrick was all over the place. He was shouting and hey, now he's standing outside, almost closer to my house, right? My cousin's house. So Patrick is like, he's very wild. He's angry. And I was like, man, I knew that Patrick I knew that Patrick likes me, but there's no need for this, you know, for the theatrics and whatnot. So I try and calm him down. I'm like, no, man, babe, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. I'm okay. Leave your friend alone. He was just he was just coming through for me, you know, and as a friend, as a good friend, he could see that you're not doing a good thing. And who knows, maybe your friend likes this girl. Maybe that's why he's saying this. And Patrick was going on and on and on and on. So I think they had maybe their own unresolved issues. So that time when that came up, it was a time for him to, I don't know, act on whatever that he's been feeling. So now that so now Patrick is going on and on and off and going off on the friend and whatnot. All right, and telling me, oh yeah, and then he was telling me that, yeah, I could see that you don't love me. I see that you're actually using me, and it was not wrong, but yeah, I can see that you don't love me. I can see that you're using me, and you've been using me and whatnot. Did I care? No, I didn't. The friend came, pushed him. Oh no, the friend wanted to pee. He went outside. Because Patrick was still shouting, he got off as well, pushed the friend pushed him, and now penises were dangling everywhere because he couldn't zip, because Patrick was fighting. It was just a mess. It was a mess. Patrick went to the car and pulled out a gun. I had no idea that he had a gun. Pulled out a gun. Started waving the gun around. Yeah. Yeah. His office, he was actually originally he was Xhosa. Yeah. Whatnot. And pulled out a gun, waved it around, and shot twice. In the air. We were running like crazy. I was running like crazy. He came right after me. He was running behind me, chasing me with a gun down the street. Again. I was screaming. I was like, oh my God, am I being shot? Am I shot? And he was like, stand still. Play fucking still. And then I stood. He came straight to me and said, yeah, you've been using me. You effing B. Hey, he was crazy. He was throwing. Even give more. Yeah, you've been using me. You FNB. So yeah. And I was like, oh my God, am I going to die? Because I could see the rage in his face. I was like, yo, am I meeting my maker today? So, and he was telling me all those things, and he was screaming at me, and then he wanted a movie scene. You know, a movie scene. My cousin was long gone. She was gone. He wanted a movie scene. And then he was, at some point, I was crying. I was so scared. I was crying. At some point, he put it here on my head. Okay, here. Pointed it right here. And I felt it cold. I have an experience of it. I felt it cold as hell. I'm like, this guy is going to shoot at me. My family's going to come out and I'll be dead. And I was apologizing. I was crying. I was apologizing. I was telling him how much I love him. I was telling him, please don't kill me. I was not pretending. I've never pretended to love you. I love you and all of that. And he held me like this. He held me like he was holding. And then he just put his arms around me and held me like this. And I was crying, obviously. I'm type of crying. And he's like, and he was like, I would never cheat on you. I would never do that to you. I love you. I don't know how many times must I show you. I'm just angry with my friend that now he wants to come between us. I'm scared of losing you. I love you, okay? That's why I'm saying he wanted a movie scene. I love you, okay? I love you. And I was crying. I was so scared. And then he forced to kiss me. How do you fucking force to kiss me when you just pointed a gun at me? He tried to kiss me, forced to kiss me. And I was furious. I was angry. I was scared. I was everything. Hi, and then I gave in. Kiss, because I was scared. And we stood there for a while. And I was like, I'm not ready for you to leave. Can't go home when you're like this. Let's just sit it out a little bit. So he opened it. It was a caravel. He opened the caravel store, and then we sat on the where you climb to get inside where you step to climb to get inside the cab. So we were sitting on that step. We're sitting down there. It was around 2-4, obviously now. Okay. It was around 2-4. We sat there. That's why I'm saying he wanted a movie scene, this guy. He took a blanket. There was a blanket in the car. I don't know why. Took a blanket out and we sat there looking at the sky and just talking. And he kept on apologizing and telling me that he loves me and he doesn't want to lose me. And in the back of my head, I'm like, and the sauce deep in the foot. I was like, I am never speaking to this guy ever again. And I was very adamant about that. I knew that was it. I knew that was it because I obviously did not want this to happen again. I mean, if you could pull out a gun, he could probably beat me up. And I'm not about physical abuse. So I was like, no, that's it. But at the time, I gave in because, I mean, he still had a gun with him. I gave in. We sat there, we talked. And then at some point, I'm like, I need to leave now. I remember I told you I'm not allowed to stay out the whole night. And then he was like, okay, it's fine, you can go home. Did I ever speak to him again? Never. Did I ever take his calls or anything again? Never. Never, ever, ever again. I think until after matric, a lot happened, hey? When I got to varsity. Yeah, until I got to varsity and he started sending me, it was the time he said he mixed it. He sent me a mixed invite, or no, like the invite, I don't know, but he sent me a mixed something, and then I declined him. I was like, no, thanks, I'm good. And then at the time he was at the army with the SNDF, and he was telling me that, no, I miss you. There's a lot that happened between us, and I'm sorry that I ever pointed a gun at you. I just wanted to apologize, and I wanted to tell you that I miss you, and how much of a good girlfriend you were to me. Wada wada yada yada. It really meant nothing to me because really I didn't love him like that. So yeah, that is the end of the story. That's the end of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have watched until the end of the video, which is now, thank you so much from the bottom of my soul. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button so that you become an official diamond. I mean, why are you even watching from outside the family? Why? Please do follow me on my social media platforms. Until next, I almost said until tomorrow. So until next time, it's love and light from me to you always.